Hi, it's Beebee here with my dog Ruby. This is Scrambled, Sid City. We're heading out. Alexis says make sure you call often. From that smile, I know this one's a joke, but got it. This makes us like a crime fighting team, right? A dynamic duo. Alexis says, if you're so inclined. She looks a little pensive at this, but not against it, like she's chewing it over, deciding how to handle this offer suggestion slash, come on, freak, accept it, it'd be so cool. Alexa says, I'm not that easy to work with, as you know, but, I mean, we have a common enemy, don't we? Yeah, and I'm faster than you, we say. And I know these streets well, and my invisibility camo, it's pretty useful, right? And the stuff you do is hacking and tech, but I bet you haven't got a perfect stealth thing or anything. Pretty sure she could MMA the shit out of me, though. Alexa says, haha. Don't worry, I already know you've got your uses, Sid. You're a very talented girl. If you're willing to put up with me, then absolutely. Hell yeah, kill team 2! We can go with something else if you want. Then I'll leave it in your hands. That's such a very diplomatic way to say, I don't like it. I'll leave it in your hands. Alexa says, this seems like something you're more concerned about than I am. Yeah, so you should make sure it's a name you like. Sid, I don't think that's the bye, freak. See you soon. Look, I'm not very good at, and I give her a big grin as she stumbles to try and totally hide that she actually really likes Kill Squad 2. I just know it. I open the well-secured auto-locking door and dash out of there. Alexa stuttering behind me. Maybe she's such a senior hero, but getting one up on her feels good. Makes me feel heroic. Don't know if that's how that's meant to work. And we're back! I actually have my home again, and it feels good, like a... it feels good like I'm a human again. I guess my landlord didn't feel too mad about handing over the spare key when I was giving him $50. Plus the cost to get the locks changed, but at least Enchantress can't break in now. Although I kinda wish she would, it'd save me the effort. Still, it's nice to see my computer's here, welcoming me home, and pretty much everything else is how I left it, considering the insanely weird circumstances in which I lost my keys and met Alexa. I guess I was expecting something different at home, like some kind of change. Or maybe I just missed the hum of servers. Part of me thought that as soon as I got home, I'd have like a sudden flash of inspiration about where to find Enchantress. Like she'd have left a calling card or something. And at the same time, part of me still thinks that Alexa knows more about Enchantress than I do. Well, okay, that's natural, but there's something she's not telling me, kinda? Something about her just focusing on Enchantress rather than stopping crime in general. She gave that nice speech about the importance of justice and responsibility, but maybe she's just too single-minded about her own side? I don't know, man. I do have work this afternoon, though, so I should get myself cleaned up and ready for all that stuff instead of worrying about my pet edgelord mommy. Shit, not mommy, I mean. And then my phone rings, and for a brief second, I imagine it's my old phone. It's almost like some weird phantom pain at this point. Guess it's because I'm home? Hello? The number's withheld, and the sound on the other end is tiny, dark, and almost static-like, and the voice that comes next is just as freaky. Hello, Sid. Who is this? Alexa. You can turn the freaky voice off. It's scary. Way worse than answers. There's some shuffling around on the other end, and the vague sound of Alexa grumbling in the background until the freaky effect disappears, and it's clearly Alexa on the other end. Hello again. Why? Why would you bother with your weird-ass voice? You specifically said you had to start up a whole second program to do it. Good morning again. It's noon now. Wow, specific. What's up? Is it afternoon? Once you hit noon, is it technically afternoon? So you're aware I'm able to grab a lot of data from across the city. Cameras, audio, police alerts. Yeah, what about it? She'd shown me it when we were doing the detective stuff, and besides, it was how she'd helped me in the first place. No promises, but I might have found a potential lead, a robbery in progress, and it doesn't look like it's just your ordinary crime. There's stuff floating in the air around the perp or something. It's probably not Enchantress, it's just a convenience store holdup, but she robbed a grocery store last time, we say. Well then, maybe it is. The point is, it's likely a situation that a superhero would be appropriate for. So I'm assuming you're up for it? She doesn't even have to ask twice. I slap on the mask and the accessories and I'm out the door, making real sure that my keys are zipped up tight in my other pocket this time. You got directions, partner? If you're up for a 2-minute sprint, I imagine you could probably try cutting them off again. She pauses, and then, partner, I totally love that cheesy, or you totally love that cheesy stuff we say. She says, ha, well, anyway, not a denial. Due north, across the street, and then onto 52nd. Let's see if I can ring them up and give them a good scare. It's probably not Enchantress, but I mean, a good hero's got more than one rogue in her gallery. I'm up for fighting some random telekinesis asshole for the kudos. And besides, it's kind of fun to have someone else to do this with. Okay, a lot of fun. Day 14! Give it up for day 14! This has been a week of ups and downs. Ups, the Scrambled brand is going strong. 2 punk-ass supervillains apprehended. Not too much emphasis on the super. And 3 purse snatchers, invisible roundhouse kick to the face. See, if it's an invisible roundhouse kick, no one can tell if you're just out there kind of jabbing their face with your sneakers while halfway falling over instead. Downs, not a single sign of Enchantress. Man, what if someone else caught her without me and Alexa? That'd suck. And I'd never get any of my stuff back. Also, every time I set an alarm on the burner phone, it wipes itself at midnight, so there's no alarm, and I arrive late for work. Fuck, that's the real evil I'm fighting right now. Or, well, more accurately, gotcha now, dumbass. I'm tempted to slob squat and stare down at the baddie I just tripped over and seriously winded. Falling onto concrete's gotta hurt, but I don't care if I'm like D-list at best. Some of these guys are Z-list. I think this one's power was like sticky fingers and hands, and didn't even try to climb a wall to escape or anything. Who the hell's there? Name's Scrambled, and you didn't see nothing. Down number 3, I think I may suck at catchphrases. As far as the ones you've given us, that one was probably one of the better ones. Like the eggs? I'm here to crack skulls, not eggs. Yeah, I think I do. Whoops, hold on. So rather than dwell on that, I fished the dumb, stupid alarm resetting phone out of my pocket so I can update frequency on what just went down. Got it on camera? Mm-hmm, nicely done, she says. Good girl. I don't know if I want to, like, count it as a weekly up, but Alexa calls me that when I do my job right. Feels like she'd pat my head if she was here, too. I think the police will be there shortly, so unless you're in the mood to get dragged into an awkward press conference. It'd be good for my image, we say. And bad for your secret identity. Yeah. It's not the prettiest method, but I grab some zip ties out of my pocket and hold the guy down while I grab his wrists. He struggles a bit, but after a while he knows when he's beaten and just lets me tie up his wrists. Zip ties? You told me I had to get some better way of neutralizing the perps, we say. Points for resourcefulness, I suppose. Look, lady, this is the guy we have on the ground. His name is Stickman. Look, lady, I'm gonna be honest. Can you not be on the phone while arresting me? It's kind of humiliating. I look down at the Super Zero and almost want to gently kick him in the ribs, but I feel like that wouldn't be very heroic of me, so instead I just stick my tongue out before cloaking up and disappearing down the alleyway. Hell yeah, time to go home and get Alexa to validate me. That's a very good relationship, very solid. Just validate me, please. What's good about dealing with crimes in the morning like this is that when I get back to Alexis to report in, she's got lunch waiting. Sometimes it's something fancy. Sometimes it's just yesterday's leftover pizza, but it's nice. It's literally a free lunch. This is so cute. They have like their little bonding activities now. They're hanging out together. And I think this is good, right? We're going to go meta here for a second, but we have this age discrepancy. This character, I believe, is between like 26 and like 28-ish. So she's not like a baby. And then, you know, Alexa is probably somewhere in her 40s. So there's like, you know, that age gap there, but they don't start out aggressively flirting with each other. And there's not that weird kind of balance where she's like got excessive power over you. I think you build that relationship from a place of like friendliness and mutual support first, which makes it way less creepy later down the line, especially as you begin to influence her and like make her reconsider some of her stances on things. It's not like she's like, oh, you know, you poor idiot child who I must shepherd into, you know, wisdom. It's like she is learning from us as much as we are learning from her. But anyway, I didn't really think about it the first few times. What's crazy about Alexis' place is that it looks like a totally normal apartment from the outside. You seriously can't guess that there's going to be some wired up CRT insanity going on when you get inside. Sure, there's normal apartment-ish aspects to it, but it still doesn't look like it should be here. Once again, how did she afford all this crap? Did 90s superheroes get paid a ton? Nailed it. Alexis says, wonderful news. Lunch is nearly ready, too. At this rate, there'll be enough criminals blabbing to the police about the invisible egg girl that you might get your name in the papers. 6 whole months of hero work. It's been a year already since we first started our hero work. And I'll finally get some name recognition. Oh, no, sorry. It's only been 6 months still. I don't know what I'm talking about. We did not have that far of a time skip. And I'll finally be getting some name recognition. Guess C-list heroing really is the equivalent of being a YouTuber. Actually, there's some big vlogger heroes, but I don't want to go down that route. Plus, it wouldn't really work with my selling point being invisibility and all. Maybe do a podcast. It's a start. I mean, it's better than nothing, you know? Alexis says, that's the spirit. There's dangers to blowing up too fast, too. Do you have a goal, then? We don't actually want the fame. I think we just kind of bounce the idea around, but we just want to do good, is what Sid said herself. So, B-list. Doesn't have to be anything too big, just more than this. Alexis says, haha, feeling like you're already too big for Saffron? I mean, no, I'm not stupid, just I want to make more of a change, I guess? Save more people, protect more people, feel like I'm really helping the world. Alexis says, that's a normal goal, noble goal, not a normal goal. Making fun of me? Apparently she's dead serious because she seems like she's a bit awkward getting the words out. No, not at all. I think that's inspiring. I just didn't expect you to be so earnest about it. Sid says, you saying it's cute or something? Incredibly. Shut up. We just kind of stand there for a few seconds until I can think of something to change the topic. So, any progress on the Enchantress situation? Alexis says, it seems not. In fact, she's not been active at all lately. I'm wondering if she might have skipped town. Someone could have captured her, but considering her powers, it'd be easy for her to escape. Ah, crap, that'd suck, we say. Guess I need a new villain to go up against. And Alexis says, and then I'd have to go through the trouble of finding her again. Whoa, I thought this was just about protecting the city. Considering her surveillance system and everything else, I guess that Frequency was assigning herself to Saffron, but I guess Enchantress is the bigger target here? Why? She just seems to be some kind of C-list villain. On my level, pretty much. Maybe better at her job than I am, sure, but... I mean, I was suspicious about this before, all that finishing off, you have to pay stuff. She seemed really serious about Enchantress. Hey, I know, you know how you keep bringing her up a lot, right? And back at the museum, you seemed really angry at her. Alexa says, I don't like her, no. So you've got some unfinished business? Alexa nods somewhat solemnly, and I have the feeling this might be maybe something bigger than I expected. Maybe it's some major Black Ops superhero shit. What if Alexa is the real criminal and the government is getting her to take down Enchantress? Exciting, scary. Alright, guess that's what you mean when you're all like, I'll finish her off and stuff, huh? Alexa says, I mean to kill her. Just straight up. She's so cold. I want to think this is a joke, but as soon as I look at Alexa, I can tell it isn't one. She sounds serious a lot of the time, but this is real, what she's saying. What? I don't get a reply, only Alexa looking at me as if she expected me to know, or this wasn't something she thought she had to explain. You're gonna kill Enchantress? Sid is just a darling, just so slow on the uptake. Alexa says, I mean, I wouldn't make you do anything you wouldn't want to. You don't have to lay a hand on her. So you'd kill the other people I took down too, when you'd been ordering me around and stuff? She pauses for a second, picking over her words. She'd better be, because I'm kind of scared right now. No, I wouldn't have. I trust you. I trust in you, Sid, and your ability to make the right decision. You did what made sense at the time, and besides, Enchantress is different than them, huh? We interrupt. Alexa says, she's a murderer, Sid. She killed one of her teammates, and rather than trying to atone for it, she ran away. And when she came back, she just turned herself to a life of crime. Yeah, but I mean, she's not tried to hurt either of us, we say. Honestly, Freak's little stunt with the traffic and the security cams kind of felt like they were more dangerous than anything Enchantress did. Alexa says, has she shown any remorse? Say what you want about her stealing groceries, but that's worse to me than the paintings. That's just some rich millionaire out of pocket. That grocery store was probably run by ordinary people. People she put in the line of danger. Imagine if your coffee shop got held up like that. I just don't think killing her is the right option. We'll finish this debate in the next episode. See you then!